Hey guys, this is Jeff here once again, getting another update video on the kit bash. And what you can see here is I've done quite a bit more cosmetic work, in the fact that let me set her down. I was going to try to hold her up and rotate her, but that's not going to work out too well. As you can see here, on a Miranda class ship, you have these panels that run these lengths right here. Usually, a whole lot of detail in that. Well, seeing as how this isn't a Miranda class starship anymore, I decided to go ahead and take that out. So I just built covers and covered them up, and I've got putty already around it and everything. Pretty soon I have a video up where I was actually you can see me working on those bits. Actually, is something different that I've never done before, and I thought that I would post that up and kind of have it linked with some music to it. So probably get that up here pretty soon as well. As you can see here as well, of course I've done it on both sides already, and as you can see here as well, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do running from the impulse engine on back, because if you remember, it was kind of like a incomplete stair step down, and then you start the regular Miranda class detail that ran the center length of the ship. And I went ahead and just covered that up as well, and I'll go back around here and putty up real good and get that looking nice and seamed up and smooth and everything, and on the other side as well. Along with that, as far as work goes, I had to do a little bit of change on the shuttle bay as well. And as you can see here, what I've done is I've gone and I knocked all those windows out. For one, they were starting to get a bit dirty. Really dirty. And for two, I just wanted the shuttle bay to be quite a bit cleaner. So, and I've gone through and made some holes bigger. If you can see here, that one on the left is no longer the regular Miranda class shape anymore. It's now a rectangular, much bigger and wider shape. And right here, I've made that one much bigger as well, and trying to go in and clean it up as best I can. And I have to get some cotton swabs or something with some Bondo and get in there and try to get that as smooth as I possibly can, and then try to sand it as well as I can for where I'm reaching at, and then paint it back the color I want it to be at. And then I'm actually going to put the glass on the outside, or the clear styrene on the outside of it, and kind of give it kind of like a Star Warsy type look. Let me set this down again and show you what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find something here. I guess this right here will do me just as much as I need to. On either side, there'd be like little jut out posts on the side, and then you have the screen running in between, and then on both sides of it, kind of give it a border to border, a side to side frame on it, almost make it seem like you can see the large emitters for the force fields that actually protect the shuttle bay. There are no doors on here because if you recall on previous vids, I had the glass in there, the clear styrene, and I wanted to give the illusion it's clear, but yet it's still closed. You can see people walking around. Just big, huge, super huge space bay windows or something like that. So I went ahead and made that change on there. Like I said, all the way around. That one's square right now, and working to get that one square as well. And they'll all just be big rectangular windows all around there. I want you to really have a nice, good view of that shuttle bay. And actually, if you give me just one moment here, I'm going to run and get those shuttles real quick so I can show those to you. I did get them together, so hang tight with me just a couple seconds. Okay, here we go. Hope that didn't take too long for you. And as you can see here, like I said, you have the shuttles, and they are very small. These shuttles are very small, but they're 537 scale, so they'll sit right on the inside of there. There are only two in this package. What I may wind up doing is, as soon as I can, get a couple more so I can have four, because like I said, this is a rather large shuttle bay. and cargo area and stuff, and I want it to look like it is large, like it is used. Since I do have it back open again, I am thinking about a couple of other ideas too. Maybe back here on some of these walls, I'm not exactly sure yet what I may wind up doing, but it's kind of hard to work on this, and it was really hard to work on this bay, mainly because I had to build it up on the inside of the ship. And once I got the ceiling on and everything, it being on the inside, it was just a little bit difficult because I had wires running underneath it. Of course, I have wires on top of it, so it's kind of, you kind of wonder just how much space is in between that ceiling and where these nacelle pylons are actually coming in at. So, a little bit of work, and I probably could have done it a whole lot better if I had taken a little bit more time. I was thinking I was going to hurry up and get this together so I can get on some other stuff, and it turned out not to be so. Now it's turning into like this really nice, really clean project I'm trying to do. I even had half a mind to change the warp nacelles. It's still an idea. And any of you who've played Star Trek Online, like I said, kind of basing this on the Shakar class ship on there. It's like the first vessel that you're given on that ship. On that game. And it's where I got the gap panels from. These gaps in the hull from. Right here, I've actually trimmed these really down. There's usually like a little ledge all around there and coming down. Gonna cover those up and make like a little rectangular like platform to extend off from there. I'm gonna lose a couple of windows, but it's for the look of it. And of course, I've already added a whole lot more windows if you want the exterior window look. I added quite a few windows around the circumference right here just below this bridge dome, and I'm still loving that bridge dome. I'm still loving that thought that I did go back and add the bridge dome and the BC deck from a refit Connie 537 scale on there as well. Like I said, it really stands taller and is more menacing. And along with that, other changes have been right here on the front of the saucer, again based off the Shakar class ship from Star Trek Online to a certain extent. Sunstruck. Gone through and added those on there. I really think that it looks cool if you look at it from a top angle and everything. Almost any angle and stuff, they just look really nice and cool. Gives a nice good surround to that deflector dish, and just adds to the overall beauty and uniqueness of the ship. So of course they're definitely incomplete. There'll be fronts to go on there, and since I am getting a little bit of glow from lighting coming up in there, I should be able to get away with having a couple of windows on there as well. So and if not, then I see there is a bulb right there, right off inside of there, that I should be able to shove some fiber optic back there and just kind of let that bleed through just a little bit, and on the front fascia maybe give it a couple of lights that way. Just a couple of ideas running through my head. This one was a real quick one, and it's like, what, I'm fixing to go ahead and do that, and the design got to my head and I went ahead and put it into practice, and that's what we came out with. And like I said, it turned out rather lovely. I like it. I love it. And like I said, over here, the it's all nice and sanded down and everything. So now what I'll be doing is getting a little drill bit and making little holes up in there that would match up to about the size of a travel pod docking hatch, and have those additional docks on there as well. So it's a lot of things that's coming along with this ship. I believe it will really look the part once I'm finished with it. And like I said, I'm still debating on the nacelles, and like I said, I'm having a couple of ideas about that. If I do totally remake them, make some from scratch, and they will be lit, of course, and do quite a bit more with that too. So, you know, I got a couple of things going. So this is definitely taking a whole lot longer than what I was thinking. Let's see. Oh yeah, in here we also have the 537 scale work bees. I mean, these guys are like tiny. In my fingertip. And there it goes. So they'll definitely be on the ends of toothpicks when they're getting painted and everything. But decals actually come with these things. Let me see if I can get this for the shuttle open. Let me show you these decals. And again, I got these from federationmodels.com. Shuttles wants to instantly come out. So there's a little guy. Very tiny. Captain, the shuttle is on its way and will be docking into the shuttle bay shortly. And let me see. Bear with me here for just a second while I slowly but vengefully pull those out. Okay, here we go. And there are the decals that come with it. Very small, but actually, you know, you have that for the window. I don't know if that'll clear up for you. Let me pull that back out some. You know, for the window, you get Shuttlecraft 5, 3, and 7. So, and then everything you need to go over these. And, you know, give you the painting instructions, which, you know, flat white. And go ahead and then get your decals where they go. And basically that's it. I mean, like I said, everything is on there, but it's just super tiny. So that'll be interesting, but it'll get done. All those tiny decals can go on that Enterprise E Nemesis version model that I built. I know they can go on these shuttlecraft, and they'll be in there in, you know, in the bays, in places where you can definitely have high visibility with those white lights right there. They'll be beaming right on those shuttles. And like I said, I'm really contemplating getting 2 more to go in there as well, so we, you know, have like a nice little fleet of shuttles in the hangar bay area of this ship, because it is a logistics ship, so that will be its purpose. But it's gonna be a cool one. So stay tuned for the next video, probably within the next week or 2, and I'll go forth. I got so much styrene to work with. Like I said, these nacelles may undergo a change, but I'm not exactly sure. I know it's taking away from the TMP era, but at the same time too, when I first began this ship, the first thing that was coming to my mind, especially when I put these gaps in there, was that it was going to be based off of Star Trek Online, which is already 25th century, early 25th century, if I'm not mistaken, on that. So, and it just spans all eras. It even gives you an NX class starship you can fly on there with just, you know, updated weaponry and everything from TNG era. So it's pretty cool, and I'm loving it. And as well, I'm probably going to go ahead and start putting up other videos as well of another ship that I've been working on alongside this one. So probably be looking forward to, if you don't, you know, have a video on this, at least you'll have a video on that one as well going up, and give you a couple of things coming in from the channel of Jeff Gaskin, because that is the channel you're watching. So, but as I always am prone to saying on these videos, those of you out there building models, keep building them. Those of you not building them but only watching the videos, pick one up off of eBay and go ahead and start making it. You'll be amazed exactly how much fun it is. And, you know, just go wild, go crazy. You know, it's not getting any more crazy than that. Well, it does, but it's totally fun. And it's totally relaxing as well. So, to everybody out there, happy modeling, happy model watching, and I will see you later. Ciao, baby.